You are back on Alpha Tracking with Chris Courtney. Thanks so much for jumping in. We have a group of stocks that I'm going to look at really quickly. This came over from Morningstar's Dave Sekera, and he made these picks on February 9th. And I found them to be pretty interesting because every one of these picks, it was up until recently a bit of a falling knife. Even one of them, which I happen to personally be in, was in fact a falling knife. Is in fact a falling knife. But there was one out of the group that I thought was really interesting, and it really falls back into this halo heavy asset, obsolescence, I think is the word that is used. Josh Brown coined that term, basically talking about, can AI make this go away? So let's look at the picks that Dave has here, and let's just see which one of these makes the most sense. First one I'm looking at here is Mondelez. Got the chart up right now, and Mondelez is clearly breaking out of its downtrend, basically from last August right until January maybe 5th. Let's zoom in here a bit. What is that? January looks like 9th or 10th. Anyway, just rocket ship back up. They must have reported earnings or something. I don't know why this turned around the way that it did, but it clearly is past the 50, 100, and 200. But these averages are all reverse of what I would want them to be. And Mondelez, they make cookies and snacks and everything that the GLP-1s are fighting against. So this stock has a theme working against it. So I'm not exactly hyped about jumping in on this as a trade, even as beat down as it is. As you can see, that this thing has been just lower and lower. This could very easily just be a lower high that's going to go back down again. Personally, I'm not crawling into this one. I'm not even going to hold Dave accountable for this one. And equally speaking, if we hop over and look at one of his other picks, Constellation Brands, well, unfortunately, that one's already broken down. So if he made this pick on the 9th, that would have put it right about here at 165.12, and now it's at 149. So Constellation Brands, they brew Modelo. His pick here was that the alcohol drinking was like we've reached the bottom of that, and now we're gonna go back up. And there's another story here. It's Modelo. It's a Mexican beer. I think the day ice is abolished, you go buy some Constellation Brands, because people are gonna be partying. Mexican beer is gonna be flowing. But until that happens, I can't touch this thing. I just can't touch this thing, even with the 50-day having crossed the 100 and making a pathway to the 200 until this downfall. So the technicals here are just bad. I'm not touching it. The other one, and this is one that I'm in, Palo Alto Networks, and this is below the 50, the 200, and the 100. This got thrown in with the basket of software stocks last week. AI is disrupting everything. And in that, I think the index is IGV. In that index, this stock was placed in that basket with it. And as you can see, it's just been a straight sell-off. The question that you have to ask here is, like, cybersecurity. Like, is it really going to be made obsolete by AI? Personally, I just don't think so. I think that there is a lot of stickiness to it. But if I was going to jump in here, it would not be as a trade. This would have to be more of an investment piece. And even then, I would probably set my stop up down here in the 145s or maybe 152. Keep it really tight. Unless you're just going to buy it regardless. I'm in it. I hold it. My average is right here around 170. But I round tripped on this thing from the last time it was down here. Up, and then down. So the one great thing that I have going for me is I do a lot of my trading in a tax-advantaged account. Again, this is just for entertainment purposes only, not advice, not financial advice. But for me, this is a great trader, but I just haven't seen it. I'm looking at this, and because of everything going on with software right now, I just can't get on board with this as like, ooh, Dave, that's a great trade. But the one he's got, the one that I think is really interesting, let's go over to CLX, Clorox. You're not going to AI Clorox, all right? It's a chemical company. This is definitely in the halo, heavy assets. And look at that breakout. It was going straight down. I couldn't tell you why it had fallen from 170 all the way down to 97. Back in, basically pivoted right around Christmas. But it's been straight up from there. And look at the curve on the 50-day. The 50-day is coming up and about to cross the 100-day. If I was going to jump into this, I look at that. It's currently right around where he recommended it. So he recommended it on the 9th. And on the 9th, that would have put it at 121. So it's actually up $4 since then. But if you were to jump into this now and you said, okay, it's at 125, I'd probably set my stop somewhere around the 100-day, which right now is around let's just say 111. And then as this 50-day, if this 50-day starts moving up and passes that 100-day, I would just start tracking the 100-day with my stop, and hopefully Clorox maintains the upward momentum. That's of the four he's got. You know, one, Palo Alto is crazy falling knife. No fault of Palo Alto, but because of it's in that basket of software stocks. Mondelez, it's got GLP-1s working against it, and then Constellation Brands. I'm just sorry, you've got the federal government beating down the population that loves your product the most. I just not a big fan of any of that setup. So for me, if I was going to jump in with Dave Sekera's trades of the four, I'm going to monitor Clorox. So I'm going to be looking at that when the market opens again on Tuesday. We'll give that one a look. And is there a stock that you would like me to be tracking? Is there a pick out there that has been made recently that I should be looking into further? Are you going to jump in on this Clorox trade? Leave me a comment down below. And otherwise, I'll see you soon.